All right, weirdos, here we go. So I got a bit of a confession to make. I originally recorded the next day for the selling covered calls. However, it wasn't in the correct format. So here we are recreating it. All right, so basically in general, this quick video is going to be about how or what a selling covered call is. When you sell a covered call, what exactly it is, right? And the way I usually compare it or explain it is similar to when you go rent a car, right? You go to Hertz and you say, hey, I want to rent your car because I don't want to go buy a car because it's too expensive, but I want to borrow your car for a cheaper price for only a week. All right. So when you rent a car out, you give them the $100 or whatever. They keep the $100 even when you bring the car back, right? So no matter what, they're making $100. Does that make sense? So same thing as selling covered calls. All right. So when we go over to the first thing you got to remember when selling a covered call is that you must own 100 shares of a stock. Okay. And then we'll say the stock is at $10 a share. But if somebody wants to borrow their stock, your stock, they can pay 5 cents a share. Okay. So if you were to buy or rent 100 shares at 5 cents, that's just $5. Vice buying 100 shares at $10, which is $1,000. So that's the benefit of people buying or buying your covered call that you're selling. Okay. So remember, the biggest thing you have to remember is you need to own 100 shares of a stock. And that's why I say it's important that you start buying stocks of a company right now. You know what I mean? So just keep buying them. Every paycheck, drop $50 in, $20 in, or whatever it is, so you can buy your shares. Okay. So now if we go over here to Robinhood, like I'm going to show you, if you were to go back to good old Ford, their stock's at $9.98, right? So I mean, that's good. This is their option chain. Remember, when we're looking at selling a covered call, we want to look at the strike price, what you're okay selling it for. Like if you want to get in and get out real quick, then you'll look at a probability, your delta of 50% or higher, or anything over 30% you're okay getting rid of, then hey, this is fine. But if you want to keep your stocks and just do it over, rent them next week. So then you'll look at a strike price that's higher, like 1050. So they're saying in 10 days, Ford stock's going to be at 1050, and there's a 27% chance that it's going to get there. So probably it's not going to get to 1050. So you're like, perfect. I'm okay with that. So I'll sell it. Someone wants to buy my covered call for $11 or 11 cents per share. So that's $11 you'll make that week. Okay. That's how simple it is. There's nothing too crazy to think about it. It's that simple, and you can do it in minutes. Okay. In minutes. So here's the pros and the cons of selling covered calls. The pros, to me, this is my own opinion, pros are: one, you get paid 3 ways. You get paid from the strike price or the stock price. You get paid from the premiums, and then you get paid from the dividends. That's why, if you get a dividend stock. Okay. But that's why I like choosing stocks like Ford that has a dividend, and then I can get the strike price and then the premiums. Okay. Another pro is that you can get paid out once that covered call, that contract gets filled. You instantly have the money, and you can withdraw within, I think, 3 days. It might be sooner, but I could have swore before it was you had to wait 3 days to get your money. Maybe it depends on the account and how much funds you have in it, but overall, I mean, who can wait 3 days? 3 days is fine. So you get your money instant. Now that's only if you withdraw, but if you wanted to take that money and just go buy more stocks and reinvest it, you can do that the same day. So that's the good thing about that, right? It's another pro. Another pro is that you don't have to watch the actual market. Right? You don't need to actually watch the charts, and I think it's a big screen. You don't have to watch the charts and swing buys and all that shit. You just, once a week, you do it. Maybe twice if you want to just trying to escape a contract, but overall, you're just going to do it once a week. Make your quick $20, $40, whatever it is, however much money you have to start with, and go from there. Okay. Cons, to me, I really don't see no con. I mean, let's go over to this drawing board. A lot of times people see these all as cons, but I don't. Because, let's see. So say you buy a stock, right? And hold on, try to go back to this. We got this nifty little pad here to write on, so it's pretty cool. So say you buy 100 shares, and then you buy them at $10 a share. Oops. Okay. You now own 100 shares, right? So if the price drops to $8 a share, you still own 100 shares. It doesn't matter. It's like your car. You bought your car. It was $30,000, and once you drive it off the lot, 30% depreciation off the rip. But you still own your car. You see what I'm saying? And what problem is people see this. They own 100 shares. They pay $10, but then it drops to $8, and they freak out, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to lose no money. I'm going to sell it." But there's no way you can make money, because what happens is we go here, you buy here, it drops down, but guess what? It'll go right back up and even higher. Right? So if you were to look at the graphs for Ford, I'll show you right now in a minute. It goes up, down, up. And that's, I mean, I don't know one stock that just goes straight up. I mean, they go up, down, up, down, up, down all the time. So you got to be able, that's why I say when you look for a stock that you're okay to buy, those three things, right? You want to make sure that it's affordable, or let me say I do. I don't even spell affordable. Jesus. A dividend offered, and then like your premiums, right? Those are three things you're going to look at. And then, do I want to hold it? Because, sorry, I'm just learning how to use this thing. I was going to spell to learn. Do I want to hold, right? You want to hold it. Because if you buy it here and it drops to here, you got to be willing to hold it to come back up. And to be honest with you, what you should do, if you buy it at 10 and it drops to 8, you should buy fucking 100 more. 100 more at $8. Then we're getting better at writing at this shit. But anyway, so now you have 200 shares, right? But then your average cost would probably be like $9.82 or something, whatever it is, right? So now you have your cost average per share at 200 shares is $9.82. So now you can look at the strike price of $10. Oh shit, I don't know what the fuck happened there. At $10, that's your new strike price. So now you're going to get higher premiums. You see what I'm saying? So one, you got to remember affordable, dividend, and the premiums. And then, are you willing to hold? Do you like the company in general, right? And then when you buy it here and it drops, it decreases, you should always buy more. Always buy more, because now you can sell more contracts, sell more covered calls. Now let's go over to the charts. And I'm going to show you, right? We're going to go to Ford. I mean, look at this. So this right here is one day. In one day, it went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You see what I'm saying? We'll go to 5 years. Look. Boop, 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 up, right? And people said, hey, I made enough money. Let me get it. Or something happened. I don't know. Maybe there was news. Maybe Ford got in trouble. I don't know. But they all dropped. Boom, selling. So then people start freaking out, right? So they start selling more too. So they start selling more too. And then it stops. The bottom's out. And then people buy up again. It goes up again. You see what I'm saying? So if you buy here, fuck, that's great. Then you make all your money. You see what I'm saying? My point is, you got to be willing to hold off, because that gives you the opportunity to make your money back and you don't lose nothing. You know what I mean? Because if you sell your stocks, there's no way you're going to get that money back. You just fucked yourself. Sorry. Anyways, so that's pretty much the cons to me in my mind, is people say that you can lose. Even if, okay, so when you sell a covered call and that expiration date, say that expiration date of 6 days comes, let's go back to the drawing board. Let me clear this out real quick. Hold on. Let me clear this all out. Delete. Okay, so let's say you do one contract. 100 shares equals one contract, right? And you do it at 10 days. We'll say that's your expiration date. Right now, the cost of the share is $10. Let me do this. Hold on. Put it down here. So right now the cost, or at the money, right? Woohoo! At the money's $10 a share, and you paid your value. Average cost is $9.89. And then someone says, "Hey man, I want to borrow your shares for 10 days because I think the stock's gonna go from $10 to $10.50. That's my strike price." And you're like, okay, that's at a premium of 5 cents a share. So like, okay, they give you your $5. Let's say in those 10 days, it gets to, we'll say $10.52. Okay. In those 10 days, the person that gave you the $5 has the option to execute the contract. And what that means is you have to sell it to them at $10.50 a share, or $10.50 strike price. Okay. And usually when they do that, they'll get 100 shares at $10.50. But you got to think, if they were able to buy the first ones at that price, they would have just bought it from the rip, right? So their odds are they're not going to execute the contract. But if they did, the point of them executing the contract is they can say, hey, if I can buy it at $10.50, I can just go sell it to the market at $10.52, and I can make 2 cents per share. I can make $2. Woohoo! You see what I'm saying? So the chances are they're not going to do that. But if they did, some people see that as a con. But I mean, I don't mind it, because now you get the price difference between $10.50 or $9.89 and $10.50. So we'll just say this is $9.90. You make an extra 60 cents. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's go back. Okay, so they execute the contract and they say, okay, I want to buy it at this price. Okay, cool. So now you got to sell it to them. Sorry, it's a fucking pen. And you get a 60-cent share difference times 100 shares equals $60. So now you just made additional $60, plus you kept that $50, plus you got the dividend if you held it long enough, right? You just got paid 3 times, man. 3 times. And then guess what? You take this money that you just made, and then you go buy. You can wait for Ford to either drop a little bit more back down to $10, or you can go buy more now and then just sell them again. It's that simple. It's just a rinse and repeat. That's how simple it is. It's rinse and repeat. And that's why I put that on the Covered Chronicles logo. You know what I mean? It's so simple. So to me, honestly, there's no real con in selling covered calls. I mean, there was an issue where I had where I got greedy and I didn't do proper research on a company. And I was just looking at premiums, right? Premiums. How much money can I make? And this company merged with another company, and I lost about 22 grand. And I was like, I woke up, almost shit myself. But I learned a lesson, right? Do proper trading research. Look at the actual companies that have been established for a while and choose from those. SoFi. I mean, if you can afford the big ones, definitely go with the big ones. But like Ford, American Airlines, Visa, SoFi. I wouldn't even do it to Neo, but I mean, Visa, I think I said Visa already. AT&T, American Airlines, Delta, do it with those companies, right? But once again, there's no guarantee. So be willing to understand that. Like, don't put everything you got into it. Right? Let's see what else I'm trying to think. So that's pretty much about selling covered call. You own 100 shares of a contract. You rent it out to somebody for a certain amount of time. And then you can get your premium money, and then you can use that within the brokerage account within that same day. Go buy more stocks, and then go do sell another covered call if you have enough. Or you can wait the 3 days and withdraw the funds. But then you gotta remember the short-term tax, so you get taxed on that. Pros, I listed the pros. Too many pros. Cons, the only one con that I saw was the having to execute the contract and then you sell your shares. But it's not really a con, because one, you just go buy more shares. And then the other con was, if I own 100 shares at $10, but the price drops to $8, I'm screwed. No, you just buy more shares at $8. That drops your average cost, and then you go sell covered costs. You go sell covered calls that is above your average cost. You might not have the same premiums until it gets higher, but that's okay. I mean, this is money. This is money that's just sitting in your account. You see what I'm saying? So you can't be afraid. You got to dig into it. If you have any questions, comments, just leave them down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tag somebody into this video so that I'm telling you guys, we need to get your kids into this. Start teaching them this, because at 18, you got to think about it. How much money do they have? If they're working, they don't need no new car. Don't go. I see family and friends taking their 18-year-old kid to go buy a new car. You just fucked them up, because now they just started life and they're in debt already. My nephew just joined the Marine Corps and went and bought a Challenger. Bro, you're a PFC in the United States Marine Corps. You get paid maybe $2,000 a month and your car payment's $1,000. Come on. We got to do better, family and friends. We got to do better. All right. So anyways, that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Once again, sorry if it took too long, but I screwed the pooch, but I fixed it now, so we're good. All right. Take care. Love you guys. Be safe. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. Tag somebody. All right. Take care.